All right, everyone. Hello. Welcome. How's it going? Thanks so much for your patience. We get set up here. All right, we're live. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Alex Yard Zone. I see Cutman's in the house. Delay knows what's up. We are go. I'm really sorry about the wait, guys. I don't stream on YouTube a lot. I stream on Twitch 3 days a week, so I know exactly how that is all set up. But of course, YouTube has this you gotta click on, that you gotta click on. But hello, everyone. We're here. That's what's important. What's going on? Mako said, let's go. I saw a movie that had that phrase in it. It was a good flick. I think Illumination made it. Okay, but my green screen is being bad, so let's fix that a little bit. But hello, everyone. So here's the deal for today, okay? What I'm going to do now is play Sonic Origins Sonic 3 as Amy for a little bit before the announcement, okay? The announcement itself will be after Marble Garden, okay? So there's your announcement. So you know that Sonic 3 is not a long game, and we only got to get halfway through it to get to that there announcement, okay? But, yeah, I'm excited to play. This is my first time actually ever playing Sonic 3 as good old Amy Rosie the Rascal. And I got to say, it's a real treat. We will not be playing in mirror mode today because I don't want to give anybody a headache. We can't be having headaches. You know what's good for relieving headaches? That awesome bass line in, what is it, Collision Chaos, Bad Future? Bad chroma key. You're absolutely right. Give me 1 sec. Enjoy these wonderful emanations in the meantime. Hello, Himizuko. Egg Boy's in the house. How are ya? Actually, I think I can switch to my other camera. Hold on. Alright. I'll take this for now. Hello. What's going on, team? It's so blinky. Laughter Master says, hey, Alex, love your accent, and thank you. Is English my first language? It sure is. English is my first and only. I never learned any other language. How about that? Someone named Max says the Music Theory videos are amazing, and I really appreciate that. And I got a very cool announcement for you on that exact topic right after Marble Garden. And Molly Kuhn is here, saying you and your husband love the Music Theory videos. Very glad to hear it. Yeah, I'm going to move the light back a little bit. Ooh, something fell on the ground. Hey, that looks half tolerable, don't it? It's a little bit see-through, but we're getting there. So, hi, everybody. Thanks for your patience. Brady Woods is in the house. How you doing? M. Sayer wonders what time it is where I am. It is currently coming up on 4:20 p.m. Here in Massachusetts. I'm glad that Max has learned a bit from the... I saw Subsonic Sparkle. John's in the house. How you doing, John? Subsonic Sparkle says, gotta love that Thriller-style Bad Future bass line. It really is something special. So yes, English is my first and only language, and my accent is specifically a Massachusetts accent, if you couldn't tell. Glaze the A says that the music theory videos are editing masterpieces, and I super appreciate you saying that. It is an absolute thrill to put these videos together, and when I'm sitting there in my little studio, cooking up a new video, and I put together a draft, and I'm like, I can't wait for you all to see this. And you've heard me say something like that before in the classic Azure Lake Patreon reveal video. Remember when I talked in front of a camera at Azure Lake itself? Robo the Creative Spirit says, thanks to my Sonic CD music theory videos, it truly deepens the lore of Sonic CD. You don't even know musics, but even you can tell the story. Dude, Sonic CD is so amazing. I'm not going to play Sonic CD today. However, I will be playing it on Wednesday. I'll just quickly flash this on screen. Here's your streaming schedule for the week. It just hit the press, okay? Today, I'm going to be playing Sonic 3 from Angel Island to Launch Base as Amy. But then I'm going to go back to Twitch for Sonic and Knuckles as Amy. How about that? And you can see I'm playing Sonic CD on Wednesday as Amy, and then Sonic 1 as Amy on Saturday. So it's a stacked week. Throw in some Metroid Fusion and Sonic 2 on Game Gear, and you got yourself a stew going, if there ever was one. All right. So let's actually take to Angel Island as Amy. I hope I've unlocked Amy. Just kidding, everyone. You don't really have to unlock her. Stickfin wonders, how long does it take to make a video? Yeah, so it takes, on average, about, if I'm just talking about pure work hours, because I keep track of all my work hours, just to keep track of how long the videos take to make and produce and write, the whole process. A single music theory video is about 90 to 100 pure hours, so that does not count taking a break to go eat something. That's just me, boom, firing on all cylinders, doing the work. Yeah, so it takes about 90 to 100 hours. Now, the reason why it's been taking a bit longer for videos to come out is because I, in the past few months, picked up a part-time job after having done this, music theory stuff full-time for about a year and a half, since the summer of 2021. So yeah, time plows forward. I picked up a supplementary income. However, I'm not going anywhere. Still doing these music theory videos. They're not going to come out, every month anymore. But, hey, you're going to like what you see. This is a sense that I have. We're going to be playing Anniversary Mode for today's Falafel Party. Yeah, Anarker wonders, are we going to have a wager, just like on Twitch? So we're not doing a wager today, but yes, that is a very exciting element of the Twitch live streams of Sonic 3 and other games. Now, this is really cool how you get these menus, and they added Amy to the menu. It's so, almost funny. It's like that episode of Rick and Morty where they retroactively put those parasites into the opening intro screen. Or Mr. Poopy You-Know-What. Red Poppy says RooTube is rough. RooTube. YouTube is, of course, what I meant. C. McCoy says that you're very hungry for more Sonic CD music theory work. Well, I appreciate that, and it's not the next video, but there will definitely be more this year, I can tell you that much. Dawnstar Plays wonders if I'll do a Frontiers Part 2 video. Wow, Amy actually gets to ride the plane? Why is she ducking down? Is she going to do a spin dash when they touch down on the shore? I've never seen this. This is my first time ever, so you guys are privileged to witness this. Tell your grandkids about it. JK. Now, is Amy... Okay, I was expecting Amy to get socked in the face. I'm like, that couldn't have made it past playtesting, right? Now, let us always remember that we can see the skyline in the background when you play as Amy and Sonic, but not Knuckles, because when Knuckles rolls through here, the floating island has already ascended. But check it out, y'all. Marcin Janoska says that, Alex, my videos are amazing. You have some tracks for me to music lesson? Oh, is that Marcelius? How you doing, Marcelius? Laughter Master says, so Alex Yard, where's the Ann Knuckles part? Here's what I'll say. I promise that by the end of this, stream, and certainly, I'll say, by the time we get to the announcement after Marble Garden, this will not just be Alex Yard. This will be Alex Yard and Knuckles takes hit on spikes at the beginning of the game. It's Origins. You got to get used to it. But how great is that mid-air hammer thing? Yeah, Mako said that Tails actually landed the plane. Who would have thought that we would see, a realistic depiction of aerial landing? Amy can reach these homies from the ground. Anything Sonic do, she can do better. Subsonic is pretty sure that was West Side Island. Yeah, so when I was up top before looking at the skyline, yeah, that island in the back, Subsonic is saying that they're pretty sure that's West Side Island. And is West Side the first game or the second game? Because I think I remember Tails saying in a Tails tube, ooh, at least Amy doesn't die under those spikes. Maybe it's because she's shorter. Yeah, but I remember the Tails tube where Tails said, yeah, back on South Island where me and Sonic met. And that was a great day for the Sonic series because it totally debunked the horseradish bullcrap 2 universes, 2 worlds theory that Iizuka was sort of trying to push on us for a good 2 decades. Rashi knows beauty when Rashi sees it. You have to appreciate how beautiful Angel Island is, even when it is doused in flames. We don't want it to be doused in flames, but if it has to happen, it gets us some gorgeous gradients. Orange, red, and Amy's pink matches pretty well with it. Now, I wonder if I'll get burned. Okay, you don't get burned by the little jets if you're using your hammer attack goodly. Alexa thinks this looks great. Alright, Bravia and Alec Taylor are confirming that West Side Island is Sonic 2. There you have it. We got Robo the J Creative Spirit in the house. And hey, since this isn't a wager, let's do a special stage. What do you think of Amy's sprites here? Someone pointed out that she has a little custom area of the back of her shirt, skirt, clothing that has just one single pink hedgehog quill come out. It's absolutely adorable. When I used to play these as a kid, these were very intimidating, And maybe the reason why I don't stream them a lot is that you can't really look at chat at all without taking your life into your own hands. Now this song, no, I shouldn't say anything about the music of Sonic 3 because, well, I'll be talking about that a little bit later today. Red Poppy says, what? This is the first time you've heard of multiple timelines for the game. Yeah, I don't know exactly what I said, but yeah, Knuckles' playthrough happens after Sonic's. And I kind of have a treatise on that, a verbal treatise anyway. Well, I did write it first, about the fact that Knuckles, when he goes to Flying Battery, he sees Robotnik when it really should be the Robo Blast 2. Oh yeah, sorry, Dawnstar Plays. Wondering if I'll ever do a Frontiers Part 2. Will I ever do a Frontiers Part 2 music theory video? I would say it's possible, but it is not in the near future plans. As much as I like Sonic Frontiers and its music, if you look at the comparative performance of the different music theory videos that I've done, unfortunately Sonic Frontiers was not in the high-performing, number metrics. I absolutely loved that video, and the response to it was great, don't get me wrong, but, yeah, so the fact that the Sonic Frontiers video didn't do nearly as well as, like, the Sonic 3 and Sonic 3D, Sonic CD heavy hitters. I want to play Sonic CD in VR, that's all I'm saying. So yeah, if there's a big surge of attention and appreciation for that first Frontiers video, yeah, that would increase the likelihood of a second. There's a lot of great music in there, and it seems like there's going to be new music in Update 3 of Sonic Frontiers because Tomoya Ohtani himself is hard at work on additional music for Update 3. You know, music that will be included in the real ending of the game. I'm going to get rid of the shield. Water System said those special stages make you dizzy nowadays. Delay has never even beaten all of them. Subsonic thinks that the Egg Robo should be called Sonic Robo Blast 2 from now on. And speaking of that, well, no, I won't give it away. But just stay tuned for this stream. Now, I'm playing this in Sonic Origins, of course, which means that it has the OG, and this is the flying battery above her right now. Did you know that? It's essentially canon. And it rocked my world when I found out. M. Sayer, glad to hear that you liked the Frontiers video. You found it really interesting. That was a really fun video to make because I did it right when the game came out. And I was like, I'm going to buy this game on day one, and I'm going to be playing it a bunch. So I might as well, you know, while I'm here, obsessively looking and, you know, investigating what the game has. Well, let's do a music, and that's why I put the year. I usually don't put the year of publication on a music theory video, but I thought it was a fitting way to close out 2022 by bragging in the form of a timestamp of what year it is, saying, haha, look, I was able to do this Frontiers video like right after the game came out. Hey, why did that capsule just slowly creep away like Homer Simpson into the bushes? That's just Sonic Origins, crazy stuff happens. Hey, it's a pretty good level. I don't know how many of you guys have played this game, but it's got water, and I know some people have bad memories of water levels from, you know, Labyrinth, I guess. Delay says the compression is awful. That's probably because the waterfall. Riffy has an interesting question. And I'm glad that Robo J, the creative spirit, dug the cyber... Dude, I'm going to answer M. Sayer in a moment, and also Riffy. But I gotta say, like, even just the other day, I was listening to a playlist of cyberspace music. There is so much amazing cyberspace music, and it's so, like, dark and depressing, kind of. Yeah, the music is, sorry, the video is really crap. Well, it's good, like, now, but if it keeps acting up, then maybe I'll hide off camera for a little bit. Alright, but people had great questions. I want to make sure I don't overlook it. Riffy wanted to know, do I plan to make a music theory on Sonic Superstars when that comes out? And it's looking like that'll be coming in October. I would say that's definitely possible. Definitely possible. I don't know that I would do it, like, right at release like I did with Frontiers. But also, listen, I don't want to make any assumptions. I think we have to, musically, in terms of the music, we have to go into, Superstars with tempered expectations, because it's Jun Senoue in 2023. You notice how I said 2023? Jun Senoue has some of the greatest tracks in all of the Sonic series, make no mistake. But if we're looking at his recent-ish track record with this genre or style of music, we start to get a little bit nervous when we think about Sonic 4's sound. Wow, Amy can get a hit. Probably Sonic can too. Sonic 4's soundtrack, and of course, you know what happened with the newly redone music tracks here in Origins. So it could go either way, but I'd like to think that Naoto Oshima, who is, you know, at the steering wheel of this game, Sonic Superstars. Ooh, more rings. Because Oshima was so very particular about the music that he wanted for Sonic CD, and Subsonic Sparkle can tell you all about that. I'd like to think that he'll have some solid input and quality control for Superstars. Why did Amy die? What is this, Sonic Origins or something? What is that about? What is that about? M. Sayer wonders if I get a chance to play much music myself nowadays. I don't do a ton of that, but I want to. I want to maybe start... It's an idea I've tossed around for a while of like, you know, at the end of a live stream, because I stream 3 times a week, people, every week. Dude, I've streamed 3 times a week since February 2022. So that's a year and plus a few months. I am the Cal Ripken of Sonic streaming consistency. There, I said it. So yeah, I want to maybe start doing some guitar numbers where I play guitar and sing along, you know, kind of like a coffee house open mic type capacity, because I used to do that a lot. Now, XD Dawes watched my video, the Cornerstone Capstone Classic. You have only experienced 25% of Sonic 3, and you have to say, it honestly made you rethink how you play Sonic 3 yourself. It was super interesting. Well, I really appreciate that, and yes, a lot of those principles can be applied to a lot of the Sonic games. You know, I play Sonic 1, 2, 3, and CD on streams on a regular basis, and yeah, I aim for a higher and higher target score. And sometimes, if I lose the wager, my punishment is that I have to watch part of a YouTube video where somebody talks disparagingly about a Sonic game that I love, you know, like Sonic CD, for example. Let's get out of this bonus stage, huh? I'm sorry I can't respond to, like, every single chat. Alright, yeah, Subsonic, thankfully, has a little bit of reassurance saying, Jun Senoi is overseeing the soundtrack, but the music is by many musicians at Sega. Okay, so it's Sega musicians. Like, multiple Sega musicians, not just, like, Jun and T. Lopes. You know, if there's other people involved, then that's very promising. Superstars is like I'm still pinching myself. Now, someone, Daniel Droznek, said Oshima? Yeah, Oshima, of course, described by Subsonic accurately as the father of Sonic. He came up with the character, largely the concept of the game, and he made what I regard to be the crowning achievement of game design in the Sega Genesis Sonic games. Sonic CD. There, I said it. As much as I love Sonic 3, I cannot deny that on a game design level, Sonic CD is just next level, transcendent awesomeness. He said in the middle of a stream where he's going to make a Sonic 3 related announcement, listen, this is how you know that I'm always telling you just only the God's honest truth. Amy's getting in on these water slides. Demolition Derby Chaos Alt Shorts wonders, how do I choose which song to make a music theory about? And yeah, you know, for the video topics, of course I don't want to give too much behind the scenes, especially since I have an announcement today. But what I can say is that, you know, with Sonic 3 and Sonic CD, you know, I kind of knew early on that I was going to do, you know, many of the zones from Sonic 3 and Sonic CD. So as far as which ones to choose first, honestly, early on, I would just go with the like, which song is the one that I have a lot to talk about? Like, Lava Reef was the very first one that I did, and because Lava Reef was a song that I really thought about a lot in a music theory regard, even years before I started these videos. And you'll notice that, you know, throughout the Sonic 3 videos, or I should say Sonic 3 and Knuckles, I kind of for a while alternated between standalone Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles. Like I did Flying Battery. That was an important video, and then after that I went back to standalone Sonic 3 for Launch Base. And then I went back to Sonic and Knuckles for Sandopolis and came back for Ice Cap. So it's kind of fun to have some kind of logic to the ordering of the videos. And you know, Flying Battery is a heavy hitter. Ice Cap is a heavy hitter. There's a lot of fan interest in those songs for darn good reasons. Now, Amy can reach this homie from the ground. And that's why it's awesome. XDawes says that the Flying Battery video is the reason you're a fan. Heck yeah. Emerald Spirit says the Lava Reef and Launch Base Zone videos are two of my favorites. I'm glad to hear that, because yeah, Lava Reef. Lava Reef, yeah, that was the first video, and it's so funny to think about, you know, just how organically and gradually the project kind of evolved. And you look at the Lava Reef video, and a simple video like Desert Palace, which I still, even a simple video like Desert Palace is close to my heart. It's like those simple, a lot of those two-player competition stages early on. Very special place in my heart. And by the time we got to even Endless Mine, you could see that the production quality had already gradually evolved, even by the time of Endless Mine. Daniel Droznek says, yeah, we're at Marble Garden Zone, so that means an announcement is just over the horizon. Delay says, whoa, they fixed the endless debris. It's pretty amazing. I'll never forget when Origins came out day one, and I got to Marble Garden, the debris started falling, and it didn't stop falling. Debris starts falling and it doesn't stop falling. Go through the roof and I hit the ground running. Isn't that your favorite song ever? Josh P says, the Lava Reef Music Theory video was the first one you saw. And all you could think of was, please do Ice Cap, please do Ice Cap. And then I did Ice Cap. And you squealed. Yeah, I was very excited to do that Ice Cap video. You know, I knew, it goes without saying, but I knew that Flying Battery and Ice Cap were just a big deal. A big deal. I've never played Mother 3 Bones. Dawnstar Play says, do I ever actually make music or just study it? In recent years, I have not done a ton of my own composition. And not as much performing. It's been more of a music theory analysis, I guess, focus in the past few years. However, when I was more active at previous times, I was really into composing for video games. I can't say that I, you know, did a ton. I was never did it for work or anything. However, I did compose 14 full tracks for the in-development, never-to-be-released probably video game by Olalilia called Platform Masters. And although I knew that there might be, you know, an iffy chance that the game would ever be completed, it was still an amazing and unforgettable, fun, creative process to come up with, you know, new compositions, you know, for it's like, okay, Alex, can you come up with a song for an ice level? Can you do a lava volcano level? You see how fast the debris is coming out of the ceiling? Welcome to Sonic Origins, people. Buckle up, because your health teacher didn't warn you about this. Lex Ruptor says, will I please someday do the music theory of Sonic 2? Well, okay. You'd love to hear what theory is behind Metropolis Zone, Casino Nights, and Oil Ocean. Yeah, so I can't promise or say that, you know, I'm gonna do a video for every zone for Sonic 3, but I'd like to think that at some point I will do Sonic 2 commentary in some form. Josh P is popping in. How you doing? Wondering if I would ever do Egg Fleet from Sonic Heroes. I would say that, you know, there are probably some other Sonic Heroes songs that would be more likely to get a video. I don't know if I want to spoil the possibilities, but what the hell? It's an improvisational live stream. I'm not making any promises, but what do I think about for music theory potential when I think about Sonic Heroes? Well, I think about things like Seaside Hill, Ocean Palace, okay, maybe the 2 haunted levels, which is, of course, Mystic Mansion, and before that, Hang Castle. I think that was Otani. Maybe, and Hang Castle is so incredible. It's even got the Michael Jackson noises in it. Here I am giving away tidbits I might mention in the future, but hey, it's a celebratory announcement stream. What do you want me to do? Pivotal Studio really liked the Angel Island video, and you still reference it to friends and watch it back every now and then. It brings you back to when you were just a little kid. Well, I'm thrilled to hear that because I really like Angel Island's music a whole lot. And, you know, I kept saying that about Flying Battery and Ice Cap, but I also knew that Angel Island was one that people would really be into, because I know that I am. Personally, Angel Island is very close to the top of my, maybe, it's up there. I have not explicitly ever ranked my, you know, favorite songs in Sonic 3. And, you know, crafting lists like that is not something that I put a lot of effort into, but I have also withheld making all that many comments on it, at least until after the bulk of the project is finished. Dun, 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 dun. Creeper Dweebs in the house. Watching Alex Yard stream is like a godsend because you love music theory. Yeah, and so you must know, having seen my Marble Garden music theory video about that amazing diminished chord that's only at the very end of Act 2. Yeah, Marble Garden was the first, you know, main one-player level zone that I did after going through the competition stage, and of course Lava Reef was first, but... Bones wishes... Okay, X-Dawes actually said Naofumi Hataya did the ghost levels for Heroes. Bones said, you wish they kept the Jackson mini-boss music, but you know, it's controversy. Well, if it's the Jackson mini-boss music you like, then you should watch Alex Yard streams, because whenever I play Sonic 3... Usually when I play Sonic 3, it's with Sonic 3 Air, Angel Island Revisited, and you can toggle different tracks in that. So I actually do toggle on the Michael Jackson tracks, and that will actually play that for all Act 1 bosses, which gets kind of funny because, like, there's certain late-game bosses in Sonic and Knuckles that are really cinematic and stuff, and it just having the Jackson, yeah, come on, it's just kind of out of place, but it adds to the enjoyment for me. Subsonic wonders how legally dubious it would be to release a complete Sonic 3 Music Theory Blu-ray, and I've definitely at least thought of the possibility of that. I mean, if AVGN can put out his DVD Blu-ray compilations of his episodes, I would think, especially when you think that it's Sega stuff that I'm looking at, I think Nintendo would be less thrilled about a comprehensive Blu-ray box set, but Sega would look the other way. Sega would say, no, Microsoft, we're not interested in getting bought out, because we got Superstars coming out this fall. We got DLC Update 3. We want to be a company. So go away, Microsoft. Wow, we're getting close to the end of Act 2. I think that means the announcement's coming soon. Now, Speed McFeed wonders if I'm going to do a music theory video on Chaotix. I don't want to give too much away, and I also will say nothing about when. But the answer is yes. Knuckles Chaotix is definitely on the table, and it also, that would-be video would not be limited to a single zone. It would include, I'm not going to tell you exactly, what the title or the premise of the video would be, but yeah, it's not going to be like, oh, this is the video about just Angel Island Zone. Subsonics is of the view. This is great. With Subsonic's advice, I don't even need to go talk to a lawyer like Delay said, saying I could definitely do it. It's totally fair use. I can fill it with director's commentary and bloopers. Hammer time. Oops. You can't look at chat during an aerial boss, sugar. Doo-doo-doo-doo. The Gold is ready to say that this is the best boss in Sonic 3. Ooh, and I like how you have AU as your profile picture. Good reference to science. Marcin Janoska says, Marble Garden Zone goes guard. It certainly goes guard. Well, you know what time it is. It's time for me to take a sip of water, is all. Well, as much as I would love to just stay here and listen to this awesome remade prototype music, we have bigger things to do at the moment. Don't we? Take a sip of water. So give me a... gonna get ready for our announcement. Yup, as Creeper Dweeb says, it's time for the reason you're all here. Subsonic can't handle the suspense. All right. So what's going to happen now is you're going to see, we're going to transition to a scene where there's going to be a curtain, and the curtain is going to be closed quiet for like 10 seconds. I'll tell you right now, it's about 10 seconds. So you're going to be sitting here like, for 10 seconds being like, oh my God, what's it going to be? Okay, but then you're going to see the curtains open. And when you see those curtains open, you'll know what to do. All right, people? You ready for this, people? Ready for the red curtain of destiny? For the big music theory video announcement? Here goes. Welcome to Hydro City Hydrocity Zone. My name is Alex Yard. How you doing, people? Guess whose vehicle I just hijacked? Eggman is gonna be pissed when he goes back to his garage. Dude, this is a pretty cool Hydro City realized environment, right? And what better place to share with you the official announcement right now that the next music theory video is Sonic 3's Hydrocity Zone music theory, or as many others would say it, Sonic 3's Hydro City Zone music theory. And if there is yet a third pronunciation, that's okay too. Uh-oh, firebombing scene. I gotta go. Oh God. Oh, that was close. I almost got firebombed by the firebomb. Wasn't that something? Now, we are back in the Hidden Palace, a little bit safer. But actually, you know, as I was traveling just now, we were in Hydrasity, now we're in Hidden Palace. But on the way, I found a buddy of mine, and he's a little bit shy to come on camera. But I think I can coax him out. Are you ready to go out to the Hidden Palace, my guy? And say hi to everybody out there in Sonic Tinseltown? Here we come, now or never. How's it going, everyone? Our names are Alex Yard and Knuckles, broadcasting live from the Hidden Palace Zone. The Hidden Palace Zone. Let's see what we got going on here. We got even more Sonic Robo Blast 2 game. So, if anyone doesn't know, Sonic Robo Blast 2 is an amazing Sonic fan game. And people have used that engine to create, you know, their own levels. So what you're seeing in this gameplay is, in fact, you know, a 3D recreation of good old Hydro City Zone. I figured it would be a little more suitable to show you this gameplay rather than, like, the actual true Hydrocity gameplay. Loaf for Time knows what's up. So yeah, I highly recommend Sonic Robo Blast 2. Okay? And also, we got Charmy up here. How you doing, buddy? Hey, 2027, year of Charmy. I'm calling it now. I don't know when the year of Blaze is going to be. Blaze kind of gets the shaft these days, but oh well. Knock, it's Knuckles. Dude. Yeah, so special shout out to Knuckles. He's been a big part of the channel the whole time, in that he is part of the channel name. Alright. Now, XIS350 has been waiting for this video for 2 years. And yeah, I appreciate, you know, that there's been so much interest in the video. It's finally time. I will also say that here's the thing. I'm going to tell you actually some things that I want to kind of mention up front about this Hydrocity Hydro City music theory video. You are also welcome to ask any questions about it. However, I will say that I will probably not answer a ton of questions if it starts to feel a little bit spoilery. So I will say, ask whatever you're inclined to, but don't necessarily expect a direct and explicit response. Yes, and just to be crystal clear, the new music theory video is about, you know, the OG Hydrocity. This footage that we have on right here by Sonic Beyond, it's just like, you know, you come over someone's house and you have the TV on in the living room. It's not really the focus of attention, but it's just there. It's nice to have Sonic going. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to back up, so you're going to hear the beep as I back up toward the background. Ready? Beep, beep, beep. All right, now I'm going to quickly come down here and just land in the loading bay. Oh, Tails is back here. How you doing, Tails? What's your new nickname? Fix-It Felix or Fix-It Fox or something? Fix-It Fox, that's what I think he was trying to push in that recent Tails tube that was part of the big Eggman Lego wrap reveal. Alright, let me pop up. How we doing, guys? What's up? It's me, Alex. Here to tell you a thing or two about this new music theory video coming out. Himakuzo says, Alex, thank you for your hard work. After watching the Chrome Gadget video, you were so inspired. Oh, there I am. So inspired that you created a 3D model of that zone. Whoa, I want to see that. It's your favorite in the competitive mode. Dude, there's so many good competition mode songs, and I really appreciate you saying that. The Chrome Gadget video was also one that a lot of people really wanted. And, you know, for that one, it was fun to finally put that out because A lot of people had been waiting for it, and also just the novelty of the fact that the other 4 competition stages got episodes early on, and of course the production value back then was at an earlier phase. So to have the Chrome Gadget video be done so much later, when the production quality had evolved to a next level, dude, I got you covered here in the zone. What's going on, Dem Rupees? Dem Rupees is in the house. Now, Stickfin asked, how long is the Hydrocity Hydro City music theory video going to be? And that, I can't actually tell you. It is going to clock in at about 17 minutes. Okay, so this is not one of those 10 or 12-minute videos. Not that there's anything wrong with those. And I think you're going to hopefully see more 10 and 12-minute videos in the future so that I can post videos more often. Okay? But this one, yeah, it's about 17 and a half minutes. So, yeah. What I'm about to say is very vague, but hopefully it will also speak directly to your heart. I will say that this Hydrocity Hydro City music theory video is everything that I want it to be. And I really, truly, honestly believe that it's going to be everything that you want it to be as well. If you've been watching the music theory videos all along, and you've been liking what you see, and you're wondering where is it all going to... You're going to have a good time. And I'm so excited for that. So I want to thank you for being, part of this journey for so long. It's very exciting so it's coming this July, and it's coming in early July. I'm not going to say exactly which day, but it is not far off, which is hugely exciting. Creeper Dweeb is pumped up for that. Calbington says that you would like to kindly request a Palm Tree Panic music theory video at some point. Hey, that's a great level. Good old Hataya. Opening the game with those amazing improvisational solos. You can't go wrong. Will there be a music theory video for Palm Tree Panic at some point? I don't want to, give things away, but... Brabia says, what a great start to the week and month. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Okay, what else can I tell you about the Hydro City Hydrocity video? Now, one thing, obviously, the pronunciation of this zone is a hot topic historically in the Sonic community. So I will tell you flat out that, as a starting point, in this Hydrocity Hydro City music theory video, there is no sentence about the pronunciation, okay? Never is the topic of pronunciation brought up, okay? Also, if you're wondering how I will pronounce the word in the music theory video, well, the good news is there's not going to be any surprises. Because what I can say to you is that if you've seen the Tidal Tempest music theory video from Sonic CD, and I know you have, it's gonna that's kind of an opening act to how the word will be pronounced. So, if you saw and heard how Hydrocity Hydro City was pronounced in the Tidal Tempest video, then you already know what's going to be the deal in the video itself. Welcome to Carnival Night Act 2. Okay, so another thing, I got a comment on the pre-announcement community post where someone said, oh, Alex, I've been watching your videos since 2020 when they started. I've been really looking forward to the Hydrocity video, Hydro City, however that person pronounces it. And this video means a lot to me. But I will also say, though, that my music theory videos are just one of a million possible interpretations. In other words, I do not have this exclusive insight on what's going on in the song and what does it mean. I am just one person, and I am not here to give, a definitive be-all, end-all, insight. All of these videos are just my presentation, my take, and really that goes for all the videos, not just this newest one. So, yeah, it's been in the works for a while. Now, what I'll tell you also is that this is not, I would say, the last Sonic 3 music theory video that I will make. I don't think that's the case. However, this Hydro City video is going to kind of feel like a finale, okay? So it's kind of like you're going to get things kind of out of order metaphorically. Like this Hydrocity video is going to feel like a finale in this, and I'm not going to give anything away, but it will not be the last, because there's plenty of other Sonic 3 music tracks that would probably be worth exploring. Exactly what shape that will take, it remains to be seen. But for now, this Hydrocity music theory video is kind of going to feel like, a season finale, series finale type of thing. And yeah, I could sit here and list all of the other songs that I haven't done, but I'll let your imagination run wild and see what we come up with. But I will tell you that also, I'm not in a huge rush to do that other Sonic 3 stuff, especially since, I'm going from one video per month. Now, more recently, picking up some extra work. It's going, to one video every 2 months, maybe 2.5, depending on how long the video is. So it's just something I'm thinking about. Creeper Dweeb says, "That's all right, Alex, but you just love how I put it into words." And I appreciate that. Robson Rover Repair says, "As a former audio and sound engineer student in the 90s, before you had hearing damage in a bomb, you love the content. Keep up the great work." Well, thank you very much. Yeah, and I have hearing issues too. I have tinnitus and hyperacusis that developed due to exposure to loud noise, which is a sad reality, and I just take this, as a well-meaning PSA to all of you. Say, if you go to a concert, as a starting point, if you go to a music concert, wear earplugs for the whole show, because you will hear the concert just fine, and you will protect your ears and mind from a lifetime of inconvenient all day, every day, people. You don't want that. So I'm paying it forward, giving you the heads up. Dun, dun, dun. Marty's popping in saying, "What'd I miss?" Nothing too major, that is, except... Blueberry Tartman says, "By the way, Sonic 3 Air has online support as of recently. I should try it." What's that? For if you want to race your friend in Vietnam in the 2-player competition stages, such as Azure Lake? Cool. NGC really likes my content. "You discovered my channel with the Endless Mine video." Yes! My videos have only gotten better. Bravia says, "Which videos of mine would I be open to redoing?" Ask me that on Twitch, and I might tell you. I don't want to give too much away here on the YouTubes. Robert Douglas says, "I made a video to announce a video? Why, you recommended this stuff." I didn't do a video to announce a video. I did a live stream to announce a video. Yeah, Subsonic says that you would love a way to race some friends in normal Sonic stages. Creeper Dweeb says, "Race your friend in Vietnam, Alex Yard 2024, which is a micro-reference to the underrated Jim Carrey movie, The Cable Guy, when he brings him to the big satellite dish and tells him about the wondrous future of the internet. You can play Mortal Kombat with your friend in Vietnam." Nowadays, that's just called a Tuesday. That's regular now. Now, before we head back to good old Floating Island to finish the rest of standalone Sonic 3 as Amy, I want to mention a couple things, which is that one thing is that we do over at the Discord server for patrons, which costs as little as $1 per month to get access to. Once a week, we do Music Theory Office Hours, and all that is you pop in and you can ask questions about anything that's on your mind, and we kind of, listen to songs to figure out the chords and say, ooh, that's a good example of a secondary dominant chord or circle of fifths progression. We look at Sonic music, we use pop music, all different kinds of stuff. So that's once a week, and I would say if we had, more and more people become patrons to join in on those Music Theory hangouts, more people come in, I would be more apt to do multiple Music Theory office hours per week, because right now we do it every Sunday, but yeah, we get more enrollment for just that $1 per month. Yeah, so I really enjoy those. They're a great way to just, get your feet wet, dive into the details and play some clips, see if we can identify the chords. What is this an example of? Oh, that reminds me of that cool bass line in Doomsday Zone, stuff like that. Blueberry Tartman likes the Charmy pick at the top. Yes, a visit to Hidden Palace is not complete without the Charmy and Blaze toys. The Paper Person would love to join my Discord. It sounds like your kind of company. I gotta say, we got some great people hanging out in the zone, from the beginning, and people that have come in the past year or so. We do other events like gaming hangouts and Sonic Debate Society. It's really great. So that's an open invitation to any YouTube viewers that want to become part of the gang and become a patron. Okay? So yeah, I guess the last thing I have to say before we get back to business is that I stream on Twitch 3 days a week, and it's usually about half or more of the games are Sonic games. Lately, I've been going hard on the original classical Sonic games, Sonic 1, 2, 3, and of course CD. So yeah, I am the Cal Ripken of Sonic streamers. You can expect consistency and reliability, insightful commentary, and hilarious gameplay mistakes for you to make fun of me. Don't you love this prototype credits theme? Because I sure do. But alright. So, what we're going to do now is head back to Angel Island, get some more use out of that Amy's hammer, but yeah, to wrap up this Hidden Palace News Dispatch segment, Sonic 3's Hydro City Music Theory coming at you real soon. I can't wait. And yeah, I see a few people saying you're thinking about it, you'd like to join. Yeah, they're a great time. They're definitely a bright beacon in my wake, and perhaps someday yours too. So, without further charmy, let's get back to business. Here we go. Get rid of that announcement primer. So now, from this point on, everyone who comes into the stream will be like, did he do the announcement? And that's okay. Alright. Burberry Tartman wonders, what game is this? What we are looking at here is Sonic 3 within Sonic Origins collection. And I'm playing as Amy Rosie the Rascal herself. Whoa, did you see that? Okay, I'm going to do that again because it brought me so much joy. What you do is, you jump in the air, you do her hammer move. and then I guess it's gonna make Amy run in place. Watch. Dude, life is good. Life is good. I don't care what anybody says. Creeper Dweeb loves the bass lines in Sonic games. Like, the bass lines and drums always sound so good. Well, then you must have liked that Hydro City reveal, because when the curtains opened, I think I started with just the drums and then bring in the bass. Yeah, I apologize. Someone said it earlier. I didn't have time to respond to it, but asked something along the lines of, like, you know, what's kind of like my process like for listening to the music when I'm putting together. Oh, by the way, how's the audio levels? Incredible? Let me know if they could be more amazing. Yeah, those are hovering at some acceptable levels. NGC knows what's up. I announced Aquatic Town Music Theory, which is the video that you guys have been asking for forever. All right, people approve of the audio. Bravia's got the recap. Thank you for that. So yeah, I really got to use this drop dash hammer move more. See that? Wow, and it got me right underneath the bumpers. Exactly as planned. Damropies confirms the audio is good. Oh, we can't forget the special nook and cranny. No, I don't know how to do another special stage. It's a good thing I have 999 coins, though, because this game is very difficult at times. XIS 350 has a theory about Origins music. And I'm all ears. I love music theories. I was thinking of starting a channel about them at some point. NGC wonders, how do I read chat and play at the same damn time? Sometimes I ask myself the same question. I think that, in part because I have a lot of familiarity with this game, I think I just instinctually know, like, which sections of levels are like, all right, I can afford to look at the screen for a couple moments, because I know I'm not going to have to be required to make an important jump soon. But I will also say that, you know, when I choose which games to stream, you know, one of the factors in choosing the game is how much am I able to look away from the screen? Because you would think that that would be more common with Sonic games, that you really have to be looking at the screen at all times. A game such as Sonic Generations is very difficult to stream while looking at chat and responding. Alright, so in Origins, this takes 6 hits, so you really want to just take care of it, like I just messed up, of course. Now I'm on the wrong side. Oh, I can't go underneath. Wait, was that 4 hits or 6? Did they make it 4 for Amy again? Burberry Tartman had said, this is the music from Sonic 3 Proto-ROM hack. Do they have permission to use it? Yeah, if that was the theory, yeah, a few people have brought that to my attention, that they feel pretty strongly that the version in this game is like, yeah, one of the prototypes. Maybe the prototype right before the November 1993 prototype. Burberry Tartman says, I should stream Sonic Sparkle. And what is that? I'm sure Subsonic Sparkle's ears just perked up. And Shade of Entropy, hello. Asking, do I have absolute pitch? I'm assuming that's the same as perfect pitch, and if so, I don't have that. I don't have perfect pitch, but I'm definitely okay with that. and that spike ball shouldn't be there, but it is there in Origins. Yeah, actually, if I had to choose between having perfect pitch or not, I would definitely choose to not have it. Because it's like that information, this might be a person-to-person thing. I'm not saying this is what everyone's opinion should be, but the information of a pitch can sometimes be a burden rather than a bonus. It's just like information that just kind of gets in the way. You take my music theory course, you're going to know thoroughly that it's all relative, baby. Anything that you can do in the key of C major, you can do the exact same thing in D sharp major. Or any key. And hey, 21 Volts is in the house. How you doing, 21 Volts? 21 Volts has been a patron for a good while, and he's hung out at some of our Discord events. I raced against him in Sonic Roboblast 2 Kart a good few times. I love that game. That's one of the games that we play at our Discord hangouts. Sonic Roboblast 2 Kart, which is a fan game expansion mod of regular Sonic Roboblast 2, but it turns it into the most fun Mario Kart-style experience of all time. It's got all the Sonic characters. It's even got Kiryu from Yakuza. Yeah, Shade of Entropy confirms. Absolute pitch is indeed perfect pitch. It's called that as opposed to relative pitch, which we all have. Yes. So being able to identify intervals is a very powerful skill set that I picked up in college when I took a music theory class in college. So that's very valuable, and the fact that I'm now helping some other folks on the way to being able to identify intervals and chords and notes just by sound themselves. It's a real honor, I gotta say. Very encouraging. People are getting stuff out of the classes. John wonders how many players max can Roboblast Kart have? At least 16, maybe even more. But it's at least 16, which is nuts. I don't think we've ever had more than 5 people simultaneously, but... Burberry Tartman says kart as in cartridge. Alas, it is kart with a K as in go-kart, so like Mario Kart. Shade of Entropy would love to have absolute pitch. It would be like hearing in full color. Yeah, so that I guess the only reason I don't feel that way is because it's because, in my opinion, there's nothing... If you compare a C chord to a D chord, right? They're both major triads with a root note, a major third, and a perfect fifth interval. If you do that in C, and then you do that again in D, they're basically doing the same thing. There's no information or musical identity gained by saying, oh, that's in C rather than D, because they're both just making a major chord. Subsonic says that I'm right about that part, saying people with absolute pitch often perceive wrong notes in composition that nobody else can. So that's really interesting. Yeah, like that's kind of what I'm getting at. Stay for lunch, stay for breakfast. Hyper says, what's my favorite video game soundtrack? Oof, I don't know. I don't know that I would be able to pick between Sonic 3 and Sonic CD. But those are definitely in the top 5. Let's not kid ourselves. Let's not kid ourselves. Chrono86 disagrees, as you can identify wrong notes without perfect pitch. If you have a good sense of music and... Yeah, and I mean, that use of the word wrong, there's any number of possible definitions for that. You could mean, oh, it's not diatonic. Good old Amy getting horizontally crushed by the barrel. It's not Origins if it's not jank. Yeah, Demrupi says, if a human sings a song in the way they want and the pitch is wrong, is it truly wrong? Right, so this use of the word wrong is going to be highly variable, depending on the situation. The devil's in the details. The Eggman's in the details. Welcome to Carnival Night Act 2. Snowball the Puppy is looking for some tips about how to mix and transition a song. Tends to be one of your weaknesses when it comes to composing. Yeah, you know, in truth, that's also not my strong point, and that's why I bring in good old Ardclaw every now and again for mixing-related projects. Ardclaw is, of course, the homie who did the live-action drumming sequence at the end of the Mushroom Hill video. Now, what a special one that was. Did you notice that all the color changed in the background in Act 2? The changing of the seasons of Mushroom Hill Act 2? Now you got a reason to rewatch the video, baby. Armbeats wonders, with the Proto tracks, would I rather the Sonic 3 and Knuckles collection MIDI instrumentation or the original Genesis? I almost got crushed looking at that great question. I would definitely choose the Genesis original gangster iterations because they sound totally amazing. I mean, we heard these compositions many, many years ago, but it was only in like kind of a crappy MIDI sounding sound, kind of like what you're hearing now. So yeah, the Carnival Night song sounds totally amazing. Act 2 especially. Stay for lunch, stay for breakfast, yeah. Burberry Tartman says this game brings you nostalgia. And I always aspire to capture that feeling in varying degrees in these music theory videos. Subsonic Sparkle considers it weird that Knuckles starts randomly pranking Amy without them meeting at the start. Yeah, there should have been a new, unique cutscene for the start of Sonic 3 when you play as Amy, where it's at the beginning of Angel Island, and she's just, you know, sitting still at a table, playing with her tarot cards, having the fate of her life be blown around in the wind by the RNG aspect of which card am I going to draw from the deck. And then Knuckles comes. It would be a little bit much if Knuckles punched her, like Knuckles punches Sonic, but he could at least push her on the ground. He would do one of those famous table flips when you're upset how the game of Monopoly is going, so you just toss the table upside down to ruin all the progress. Now, I'm not going to get crushed here. Yes, Chrono86 says, perfect pitch is cool, but you find relative pitch more useful. And while we all have it, there's definitely different levels in how quickly you can work out melodies, working from a given bass note. Yes, and it's also, it's a lot like learning golf or baseball. Like, you really have to practice and get a ton of exposure, try to figure out notes and chords and intervals, and you just gradually, over time, have a higher and higher success rate. Tritone, 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 tritone. MC, hey MC. saying that, what, the music here is not that bad. But when you listen to the beta versions, there's no contest. No contest. Amy's going so fast, she off the screen. Call the cops, call the president. This is groundbreaking. Hyper knows what's up. You still have your copy of Sonic & Knuckles collection. Wow, the PC collection with these alt tracks. That's awesome. I bet it didn't have playable Amy, though. Obviously. Amy taking care of business. Jim Carrey goes down. What a loser. Wow, Burberry Tartman has an amazing theory, which is that perhaps Knuckles thinks that Amy is the evil one from the mural in her story, which is not canon. Yeah, I think it would be easy for Eggman to also persuade... Oh, no snowboarding? All right, whatever. I like how Amy just looks up like a deer in the headlights as all that snow falls down, you know? Robo wonders, when are we switching over to Twitch? That will be at the conclusion of Launch Base Zone. Conclusion of Launch Base. We will go and we'll pick up with Amy right at Mushroom Hill. I almost said Mushroom Kingdom. I got Illumination and Minions on the mind. NGC wonders if I'm ever planning to make my own songs. So yeah, I was mentioning before, so I won't reiterate a ton of it. I used to compose music. I did like video game compositions, and before that, in a previous era, I did a whole bunch of, you know, songwriting stuff like rock music, where I would play all the instruments and layer them together on an 8-track type of thing. So while I don't have any immediate plans to get back into composition, because I don't have much, you know, time and flexibility, what with different things I got going on with work and the music theory videos, like composition, yeah, no immediate plans, but every now and then there'll be like mini projects that I work on. Burberry Tartman says I should be a music critic, like Anthony Fantano. I know that guy. Not personally, but like I'm aware of his channel. Yeah, honestly, I don't... That's very interesting as a thought experiment, but... But I don't know. Hyper remembers finding the Sonic CD music on the disc as a kid, and it left you with such a sense of awe as you had no idea how to get that game. So Sonic & Knuckles collection also came with the Sonic CD OSTs. I probably knew that and then forgot, and now I'm learning it again, and it's fascinating. Alright, 21 Volts is headed out. See you later. Greetings from Massachusetts to New Zealand. We got viewers in New Zealand. Chrono86 wonders, is there an explanation on why the multiplayer tracks in Sonic 3 go so hard? Yeah, that's a good point. I should probably make music theory videos about all 5 of those competition tracks at some point. XS350 says, you could get why they didn't use the remastered tracks for Sonic 1 and 2 if they use MJ tracks. But if not, they don't need the unfound samples. So Sonic 3 then just uses the kick and snare. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking. Are people not happy with, Can I hit it from the ground? No, but it can hit me. Boom, doo-doo-doo. Da-da-da-da. Alright, Subsonic also adds that Sonic & Knuckles collection came with Sonic the Screensaver, which included every track from the classic Sonics, including CD. Subsonic completely flooded your parents' work computer with all those pics. Who could forget Sonic the Screensaver? And Cybershell's legendary video on the topic. Burberry Topman says, this boss sucks, though. Yeah, this boss was nothing special. I at least like the Act 2 boss a little more. Clubbo wonders if I can do a music theory video on Stardust Speedway. We shall see. But you know what you will definitely see a lot sooner than that? The fact that when I roll into a ball as Amy, there's like a few pixels of space between her spherical form and the ground. I think it was Subsonic that brought this to my attention. Burberry Tartman says, didn't Cybershell get canceled? Are you kidding me, Burberry Tartman? You didn't see his legendary Super Mario RPG Secrets video? Which came out, it felt like 3 or 4 days after the Mario RPG Remake reveal. Okay, now can you see how there's a couple of pixels between Amy and the ground? Amy's taking hits, man. But at least the rings bounce back to her. This is such a different energy with this music. But you already knew that. Real taco. And I only deal with real tacos. None of these aesthetic ones. Synthetic tacos. Fun fact about Sonic CD and Origins. The last parts of the music actually cuts off before it finishes, hits Robotnik Monitor. It's even more noticeable with the US soundtrack. You know, one thing that I've been meaning to do, and I will probably do next week, because this week is... Wednesday's stream is going to have Amy and Sonic CD. However... Ooh, look at Amy's great jumping up sprites, where her dress, skirt, is like, you know, glistening in the wind. Not glistening, but like, you know, the way a flag wags. And I know that the way the flag wags on the moon is controversial because it's like, hey, the flag shouldn't wag. There's no air. Exus hates that they didn't use the 2011 songs. What happened in 2011? Steam, Sonic CD. Alright, let's see how aims. She can probably hit him from the ground, right? Hey, I thought... Is it different in Origins? I think in the true game, his first ice mist comes from the top. Not the side, dude. Ow. Datalix X wonders if this game has a good CRT filter. I'm pretty sure that it doesn't, which is a sticking point for a lot of people, and for very good reason. There's no reason that Mania has all those great CRT filters, but not this. I mean, this came out way after Mania. Creeper Dweeb says, you know, the whole idea for a boss that has a whole bunch of stuff around it has been reused 4 times. Yeah, let's see. There's the Metropolis Zone boss, where he's got those 3D spherical eggs spinning around him. There's that Ice Cap boss. Am I forgetting another one? Of course, the Ice Cap... No, the Metropolis boss comes back in Sky Sanctuary, which I will be playing on Twitch right after Launch Base. Wow, this is the last level of today's YouTube announcement stream. Burberry Tartman has the heads up about the creepy screen in Sonic CD if you type in Sonic is Infinite in the cheat codes. Is that the one that Cybershell put in his video? And half of the scariness and creepiness of it comes from the American boss music, which, you know, the original devs were imagining that wacky image to come up on screen while you're hearing "Work That Sucker to Death." But come on now. So the fact that so many people got freaked out by that image plus the US boss music in Sonic CD is what we like to call emergent horror. It's creepy horror that was not actually designed. It was emergent. It emerged as the, you know, blindfold choice to change the music and have all sorts of ripple effects throughout the entire game. What's going on, Celsius PSI? Long live Amy. Welcome to Launch Base. I found this level very captivating as a kid. And now, let's not kid ourselves. But yeah, all of those structures in the back, really awesome. And you can even kind of see Sandopolis. Which is why when you first played this game in the spring of 1994, you were like, hey, Launch Base is the last level? But we didn't even go into those, like, pyramids in the back. I suspect that there's going to be another half of this game releasing maybe some point this fall. And look what happened. Sandopolis is real. Sandopolis is real. Yeah, Ditalix is talking about, you know, people complaining about there not being enough screen space on real hardware with the 4x3. Yeah, you know, when I stream Sonic 1 and 2, it's often the original version. And yeah, it's not even that bad to play those in 4x3. And I did play Sonic 3 Complete a few months ago in 4x3 on a stream, and it was fine. The reduced screen space wasn't a total game changer or anything. Real Taco is noticing some parallels between the US boss music, as similar to the Genesis boss theme. Yeah, and I know that US Sonic CD boss music definitely has its fans, and there's nothing wrong with that. Celsius is saying all is well. Glad to be here. Yeah, I'm glad you popped in. Alright, Queeper Dweeb is gonna head out to draw cool stuff, like any good drawer should. And your parting sentiment is that the JP and US Special Stage thongs give the same vibe. I really like the JP Special Stage track, and don't hate me, but in my head, if you ask me right, if this was Jeopardy, and the question was, sing the jingle or melody from the US Special Stage theme, I wouldn't be able to do it. So, I don't know if that, I'm gonna have to pay a $5 fine for that, but... Saka Sakimi is in the house. Hello there. Wanted to say that you own an actual Sega Genesis. Hey, me too. Along with owning cartridges of Sonic 3, Sonic & Knuckles, and Sonic Spinball. Well, Saka Sakimi, you and I are two of a kind. Long live the original cartridges. I still got mine. Brabio wonders, personally, where do I think Sonic CD should take place on the timeline? I had a crisis when they first announced the Sonic Origins ordering of it. I was like, you know, CD after 2? No, CD before 2? If Sonic CD is a much more ambitious game that came out a year after 2, I'm sitting there thinking that should be after 2. But I definitely see the value in putting CD after 1 and then into 2. It was probably the right call. And I think it makes sense story-wise, you know. Sonic 1 is just Sonic. Sonic CD, he deals with Amy. You can't take no for an answer, but it's okay because she's a girl. And then you go to Sonic 2, you meet Tails, and then you have Tails as your... I assume, right, is it safe to say that the canon playthrough of Sonic 2 is Sonic with Tails? And that may very well be true for Sonic 3 as well. How's it going, Alex G? Alex G has one of the best first names out there. How you doing, man? XS is wondering if, what, these pyramids in the back are a Sonic Forces reference? I didn't know that this series did call forwards. Ooh, I love that little save icon that shows up at the lower right-hand corner of the screen every single time you save. Just kidding, I hate that little icon. 440 hertz. Wonders, can I summarize why Sonic CD's music, what, the Japanese, or the original soundtrack, as I refer to it, is so unique to Sonic CD? Well, it's just because Sonic CD is a next-level game. It pushes the limits of level design complexity, surreal color schemes, and of course a level of music polish that was never possible in previous games. And yeah, Hataya was very, as we were saying before, Naoto Oshima, who was also in charge of developing Sonic Superstars, he was the showrunner of Sonic CD, and he was very, very particular about what he wanted for the music. So the two composers would come up with drafts for songs, and he would say, no, I want this. Look, I don't know a lot about what those behind-the-scenes conversations were like or anything, but it was clear that Oshima had a very specific vision for how, for example, you listen to Wacky Workbench, Bad Future, in the original soundtrack, the JP soundtrack, as it is often labeled. And that's like, you know, you hear those crazy sirens, bam, bam, boom, 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 boom. You're just like, oh my god, we're screwed. This is the worst case scenario in this awful Wacky Workbench level where the workbench is sending me up to heaven and giving me a headache. Now listen, I'm saying that out loud as a bit. I love Wacky Workbench, but certainly most people have a hard time with it, and certainly even most players, it's an acquired taste. Your first couple times through Wacky Workbench can be frustrating. So, for the US soundtrack, to have that goofy Hawaii song that I included, I think, in the Collision Chaos video, it's... music has such a big impact on how the level and the gameplay is experienced. So when you make a huge change like that, it's like drawing a mustache on the Mona Lisa. Burberry Tartman says, you're not sure if you agree if Oshima had complete control, over the sound direction for Sonic CD? Well, I would defer to the one and only Subsonic Sparkle, our resident Sonic CD scholar. Zippy knows what's up. Alex Yardzone, good future. That's the vibes that I'm all about. Exis wonders just flat out, what do I even think about Sonic Superstars? I am pumped. I am so pumped. I never would have guessed this would be a thing, but if it has what appears to be a close, version of the original physics, Christian Whitehead hasn't said definitively one way or the other, but one gets the sense that... I wanted to just keep going. One gets the sense What was I talking about in this life? Ow. Poor Amy. And I should be able to hit him from below. Watch this. Cool Kid strats. Sonic Speed strats. Those videos, they got nothing on this. Uh-oh, big arms. Fighting the patriarchy once and for all. Get out of here, Eggman. Rosie the Rascal is here. Alright, Subsonic can confirm. Sonic CD's music was a months-long endeavor. Oshima kept rejecting their concepts until they eventually landed on an idea that clicked with the game. And even then, he was merciless. Burberry Tartman says, it sounds like a fun development. Now, with all of that in mind, I believe it's also the case that the music for Sonic CD was like finished and locked in like pretty early on. I think the game came out in what, November of 1993? And I think, you know, tell me otherwise if I got it wrong, but I think Hataya and Ogata finished all their tracks by like, you know, the Christmas before. Subsonic adds that the tracks were revised again and again until it perfectly matched Oshima's vision. It was hard work, but they all ended up falling in love with the project, and with darn good reason. I do think it's a masterpiece soundtrack. Alright, this is Amy's goodbye from YouTube, at least for now. Real Taco is excited for more music theory. I can't wait myself. Coming this July, Hydrocity Hydro City Music Theory. Oh yeah, we got the unique jingle. Amy's thrilled. Death Egg goes down. The day is saved for about 2 minutes, and then we gotta go to Mushroom Hill. There goes Eggy. I turned slightly. That's why Origins cost $50 for that little detail. Burberry Tartman wonders if I have played Sonic 1, I Am God Edition. No, I have not. You're saying it's pretty creepy, but it has some bangers. That is, if I can tolerate jump scares. Yeah, I typically don't venture out into mods, but someday I would probably like to do that Fat Sonic mod where every time he eats a ring, he gets fatter, and he gets so fat that he like can barely walk very fast at all. Yeah, Robo the Creative Spirit, Jay. I'm glad you had a good time. This was very fun. I was so looking forward to sharing this big momentous news with you all. And yeah, the Hydro City video, it's coming your way. Early July. And it's July right now, so that's a good sign, people. It's a good sign. So, as I bid you all adieu, I want to say thanks again for hanging out. Now, if you're sad that this stream is over and you wish that it had more minutes in it, just come on over to Twitch. Literally, I'm going to end this stream and then start a Twitch stream where I play Sonic and Knuckles as Amy the Hedgehog. Amy T. Hedgehog. Yes, Master Power is amazed that they added more details to the cutscene. Sonic Origins, it's only $50 to play as Amy. You know, to get Origins. So, Saka Sokimi, I'll see you later. Bravia says, W stream, not gonna lie. And Bravia doesn't lie, so that's awesome. Jeremiah, I'm glad you popped in. Robo J, the Creative Spirit. Yes, 440 Hertz says, oh, wait, I stream on Twitch? Do I? Check this out. Every single week, I have 3 streams with a whole bunch of Sonic. And you can see that, yeah, today is Sonic 3 as Amy. And then Sonic and Knuckles as Amy. I'm going to start on Twitch in just a few minutes. So, yeah. Wednesday stream, Saturday stream. We've got plenty of Sonic action this week, and I can't wait. Was the music going to start over every time I come here? But we're wrapping up anyway. So, goodbye, Matthias and Limefish. I'm so glad you guys, everybody was here to share in the excitement of this announcement. So, new Music Theory video coming soon. But thanks, everybody. And yeah, from my heart to yours, I can't wait for you to see the video. It's the culmination of a lot of things. I think you're going to really enjoy yourself and have that video as long as the other videos to enjoy now and into the future. So, I'll see you in a few minutes on Twitch at Alex Yard.